Yo, what's going on, guys? Going to be showing you what Nasus top lane can do after the buff. For those of you who aren't aware, he's currently the highest win rate top laner in the game. They gave his Q extra range, and they also made his Wither slow attack speed by 12% extra at level 1, and over 20% extra at max rank, giving him a 70% attack speed slow at max rank, which is really nuts. So if you put his Wither on a Vayne or an Irelia, they're pretty much out of the game for the full 5 seconds. Nasus is in a really good spot. You need to understand his power spike. So his level 6, you can solo any melee champion in the game if you do have Sheen, without exception. Without Sheen, there's still some pretty dicey ones, especially if they have a lot of CC. The goal of Nasus is to make it to level 6 with Sheen so you can start winning the game. If you're in a heavy poke matchup like a Teemo or Vayne, you should definitely take Fleet instead of Conqueror. If you're in a comfortable matchup where you know exactly what to do and how to survive, you can get away with Conqueror, which does play better for your level 6 all-in on Nasus. We don't want to miss any CS, so we're going to leave at this point around 138. Mastery's pathing into our bot side, which is fine because Nasus is weak side. For our runes, we have Conquer, Triumph, Tenacity, Last Stand with Second Wind Unflinching, Ability Haste, and Double Armor. They have an 80 top and an 80 jungle, so Double Armor is great here. On Nasus, you never ever really want to push. That's not a viable strategy anymore. AP Nasus sucks, so you want to let them push to you, bait them into hitting the minions. Stand near your minions. If they have an AoE ability like a Garen spin or something like that, you can get them to end up pushing the wave. Taking a short little trade there with our auto attack wasn't bad. He took our ranged creep damage. We might actually just end up pushing this because he's not hitting the minions very much. Go ahead and get our Wither now. Garen's Q does cleanse slows, so we need to keep that in mind. We need to wait to use Wither until after he's used his Q. Hit him with an auto attack, let him tank our back line. Auto attack Q reset, get him with Wither. He's tanking our minions like crazy here. He doesn't have Ignite either, so he kind of just loses this. I'm going to hit a potion. He's looking to trade that in heavy. He's taking a lot of damage from our minions there. And then we can heal this off. The whole point of the health crystal is to allow you to get your Divine Sunderer more efficiently, because it builds into it so you can get it faster. Sheen in level 6 is a huge power spike for Nasus. And Divine Sunder is a huge power spike as well. So the sooner you can get that, the better. We need to push this in. We're going to hard dump it. Every time you auto attack, you get health back. Nasus has extra life still from his passive. He's trying to freeze this seemingly. I need to keep taking off his passive with E. And now we have the wave crash. We can look to ward. We don't want to die to a gank. Unfortunately, we don't have a ward because we wasted it. We need to finish shoving this in, though. Once you have 700 gold is when you'll usually be looking for a recall. Looks like Nocturne's bot side, so we're good to go. Whenever you're below half health is when you want to use your health potions. Auto attack Q reset. Drop an E on him. He's tanking our backline creeps there. I'm going to leave that minion where it is, and I'm going to let this wave push into us. He has the wave closer to his side, so it should push. And we have a Sheen. This is a really great time to recall. We can get all of our mana back. That was a huge waste from him. He thought he was going to get a little cheese on us there. Now, once we hit level 6, we can all in and kill him. You don't generally need to buy any more potions after your initial starting to. That's also one thing about the Ruby Crystal that's nice, is you get more HP than starting with a raw Dorn shield, nearly twice as much. And you get 2 health potions instead of only 1. If you are up against a Vayne or a Teemo, D-Shield is the safer option. Against melee matchups, you can usually get away with the Ruby Crystal start, once again, so you can get a faster Divine Sunderer, which turns Nasus into an absolute monster. The reason why Nasus level 6 is pretty OP is because it does 5 different things. It gives Nasus armor, it gives him magic resist, it gives him HP, and it does AoE damage around him, which is max health damage, on top of putting his Q on a 50% lower cooldown. It does so many things, people don't realize it, and then they try to fight Nasus foolishly, and they get destroyed. So that level 6 is really when we want to fight. Ideally, you want to have both your sums up for the level 6 fight, because that's when the game starts for Nasus. Up until then, you want to try not to push. Try to hold the wave somewhere around this area where it's not quite in your turret, but you're very difficult to gank. Our wave's going to start to hard push out. If we had Presence of Mind, we'd be getting a decent amount of mana back every time we hit him, but we don't have it. I'm fine with fighting him on our back line here. He's taking a lot of damage for that. We're almost level 6 and then he dies. 100%. Yeah, ideally want to get the last hits on the cannon. Oh, he's dead here. Well, I take it back. He hit level 6 first, even though I had minion advantage. We need level 6. We can keep dropping E's on him. Auto attack Q reset. Run him down with our Ghost on. Hit him with Wither. Auto attack Q reset. Down he goes. It's that HP you get from your R. It's going to surprise people. It's going to surprise them big time. He doesn't have TP, so I'll go ahead and stay. I'll shove the wave in. We could have let it push to us there, possibly. I'm fine with dumping this. We're in a really, really good spot. We waited for our level 6. We had both our sums up. We all in them. Very simple win con by Nasus. It's the only way to consistently win on him. If you're forcing things hard early game, then you're going to consistently get ganked, camped, or die solo, because Nasus's pre-6 isn't very exceptional. We'll look for Caulfield's Hammer here, or we could go for Lucid's. I'd rather have Caulfield's, though. We have Ghost and Flash. We'll have enough mobility as it is. Let's get our mana back. A really good option for maintaining more mana, it's usually not as useful in team fights, is Presence of Mind. Triumph is better for multi-target fights, but Presence of Mind is better for lane phase for keeping your mana up. The reason why I don't generally recommend it, though, is because you'll find yourself using your E too much, and your E will shove the wave since it's AoE. You can use your E to last hit minions using the edge of it if you don't want to shove wave, especially if it's a cannon or something and they're zoning you off of it. That can be a good option, but just be mindful. Pre-6, you don't want to be dumping waves. It's not ideal. Try to let them push into you. We need to thin this out. This is too many minions. Q's doing about 375 with Sheen proc. That's really good. Hit him with an auto attack Q reset. Not the best trade in the world, but we can heal it back. Auto attack Q reset. I'll be taking that. I constantly want to take his passive off if I can, as long as I'm not going to shove the wave to do it. Right now, I'm just thinning it out. It's hard to trade with Garen when his shield is up. It's huge damage reduction. There, he just used it. Got it. I'll attack Q reset. Hey, he has no business stepping up like this. He took a lot of damage for that and didn't really get anything. That was a really unfortunate trade for him. Max or W second and Q first. He's dead here. You want to R generally before you Q. That way your Q will be on the 50% reduced cooldown. Auto attack Q reset, down he goes. You absolutely can't fight Nasus when he's on his R. It doesn't work. It does 5 different things: armor, magic resist, HP, 50% shorter Q cooldown, and it does constant max health damage burn to everyone around you. So as long as you don't die pre-6 and you're level 6 with Sheen, there is not a single melee champion in the game that can solo you at level 6 if you have Sheen on Nasus. It's not possible. It's simply not. We might end up doing a part 2 if these guys FF, or if we end pre-25 minute mark. I'd like to show you guys what a ranged matchup looks like. I prefer playing Nasus in the ranged matchups. I think it's easier. You do typically have to give up a little bit more CS. However, they tend to overplay their hand and they give up a lot of CS constantly trying to poke you. Meanwhile, your Doran Shield and your second win will keep you extremely healthy. So I actually really like playing the ranged matchup on Nasus. Second win's extremely valuable, constantly keeping you alive as they poke you. When you combine second win with your passive lifesteal, really strong. Double survivability. Second win with passive plus D shield, triple survivability. We kind of had triple survivability because we had Ruby Crystal, which is a lot of HP, plus double health potion. Once again, don't use your health potions if you're above half HP. Auto attack Q reset. Our R is about to be up. And then he'll die. His Q's on cooldown. Auto attack Q reset. See how much damage the Divine Sunder does. And we want to freeze this wave here. He's dead. His Q's on cooldown. We're going to pop R, then Q. Auto attack Q reset. Auto attack Q reset. Down he goes. There's nothing Garen can do in this matchup as long as Nasus doesn't die pre-6. Literally. You have to ban Nasus right now, guys. He's legit too strong. He's a pick or ban at the moment in solo queue. Do not want to let him get through. As long as Nasus understands his win conditions, there's not a single matchup he can't play against. With that being said, Alawi is challenging. Alawi, Zac, and Lilia are your hardest matchups. Luckily, those are fairly uncommon picks, and a lot of people don't realize that those are pretty unplayable for Nasus. You really start to get your Q stacks after your Q's maxed. Your Q gets way lower on cooldown per level. So, yeah. Auto attack Q reset. I'm going to pull off. I don't know where they're junglers and I don't have R. We can't fight Garen Nocturne at the same time without R. With R, Nasus is a massive 1v2 machine, especially if you have Sheen or if you're fed. I want these fruits. I need the mana. We want to try to save Wither and after Garen uses his Q, that way he doesn't cleanse the slow. The attack speed cripple and the movement speed cripple is what it's called. The technical terminology. I don't really need a gank. He should just go mid. Nasus is one of those champions like Darius or Lai. Once he's level 6, you don't want to gank him as the enemy because he can turn 1v2 on you. Auto attack Q reset. And we're chilling. If he steps up, he's going to get bonked really hard. I want him to use his Q, but he's not. He's playing safe. He knows what he's going to get if he doesn't. It's unfortunate. I would love to kill him again. He's not going to let me. Nocturne's trying to gank. I'll kill them both. I have full HP. Nocturne's going to come top now since my jungler laid that. I'll hit him with an early Wither. He's in brush. Auto attack Q reset. Got R on, ghost. Down he goes. Don't gank Nasus once he's 6, guys. It's a bad idea. Because this is what happens. Master, you got the kill. That's a little unfortunate. I would have liked to have that. Q is on a... When we're on R, our Q is legit a 1 second 0.3 cooldown. Seriously. 1.3. When we're not on our R, it's at a 2.7. So it is fairly short, all things considered. Auto attack Q reset. We're out of mana, so I don't really want to be staying here. I want to dump it though, so he doesn't have a freeze option. I want to force him back top. Don't want him to run to dragon. Your second item rush on Nasus is semi-situational. 9 out of 10 times you're going to go Frozen Heart. The 1 out of 10 time you're going to go Spirit Vestige. We can delay tier 2 boots for a little bit. Against their team, it's looking like a plated steel cap kind of game. We already have double tenacity on our tenacity and unflinching. That's the nice thing about this setup is you don't have to go for Merc Treads. If you don't have double tenacity in your runes, a lot of the times you will have to go for Merc Treads if they have a lot of CC. All they really have is Syndra Stun and Nocturne Fear. That's about it in terms of their CC. Obviously, Vel'Koz has a slow. Tenacity doesn't interact with knockups or displacements though, so... I just want the wave shoved. I don't even want her CS. She should be roaming to dragon, is like what she doesn't get. There's no reason to try to kill Syndra full HP underneath turret. I wanted to give Garen space to shove, so he'll push up and then I'll kill him. I also have this wave and a freeze. We could hold this here. There's really no point though, since we already have Divine Sunder. I'm pulling it back so my minions don't steal these kills. Trying to give myself as much space as possible. When you're in this situation, kill the range creeps first, because they have less HP and your minions will take them down and they quit. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and do a part 2. I will see you guys there. I hope it's a range champion. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2. This time I'm going to show you how to consistently make sure their wave pushes to you. The secret is to let your first melee minion get through. That way they all focus it, and then you block off your other melee minions and range creeps. But make sure you don't block the first one because you want him to get there as soon as possible. For our runes, we have Conquer with Presence of Mind for more mana, Tenacity, Last Stand, Second Wind, Unflinching, alongside Ability Haste, Double Armor. Up against a Jax, it's not an easy matchup by any means, but we can certainly make it work. As long as we get level 6 and have Sheen, we can kite him out with Ghost on and destroy him, play around his stun. We started with Ruby Crystal. Once again, if you are up against a ranged matchup, you should definitely consider Doran Shield. Doran Shield plus Second Wind plus your passive makes it really hard for them to poke you down. All right, let the first minion go through. Now we're gonna block. It's blocking time. Check it out. Now they'll all focus that first one, and we block the ranged ones. So now even if he doesn't touch the minions and he's trying to make sure that I push into him, in theory, do you see how I might have less health? I'm chilling. We'll sit in the bush and we'll relax. Nice and smooth. Got him with our Q. Not a bad trade. We did miss 2 minions though. We haven't actually gotten a Q last hit yet. Do a little bit more blocking. Auto attack, Q reset. He blocks it with his E. He's really trying not to shove the wave. I'm gonna let him, we'll test his patience here. All right, he's level 2, I'm level 2. Grab our Wither. I think his wave is gonna end up pushing into us here. With my backline minion getting focused. I'll do a little bit more blocking without missing any CS. Get that last hit with Q. This is a perfect spot to hold the wave, and his wave's clearly coming into us now. Our efforts all paid off. Now he's trying to dump the wave. We need to do our best to thin this out. We'll get him with a Q there. Now we can't thin it out very easily. We'll try to pull it this way, let my wave catch. Get him with an auto attack. We trade autos. Auto attack, Q reset, put an E on his head. Let him sit in that. He's trying his best to push us off of the minions. He's not doing a bad job of it either. He's definitely putting pressure on us here. He's very gankable though. If you've noticed this whole time, he's been exceptionally gankable. And down goes the Jax. He hit us with the Ignite. They forced that super hard. Missed the cannon. Super cool. At least we get the XP. And I need to make sure this doesn't crash. We can go ahead and stay and then TP back. We don't necessarily have to reset this second. We can get Sheen. We'll have Sheen with our R and we'll be in a really good spot. Almost killed the Zac. Got Wither on him. Whoever's tanking turret is generally who you want to Wither. It would be ideal for us to get it on the Jax though, since he's the one with high attack speed. I'll go ahead and pop my potion. We have enough minions to be able to survive him. Go ahead and put a Wither on his head. Auto attack, Q reset. Drop an E. You see all that damage he just tanked? Yeah, he's trying really hard to kill us. Now we can TP back with Sheen. He's not going to be able to freeze it. He realizes that. And he's already using up his... That's not worth it at all because we're going to TP back. Oh, he got execute? What? I had just fought him just a second ago. All right, I guess that was worth it. I really wasn't expecting that. We'll pick up Sheen and Boots. That is really surprising because we were just in combat with him. Kind of interesting. We are up CS on him. We have the wave in a good spot. We can all in him here. He'll be down XP. We have Ghost. And yeah, we're look for an all in when he comes back. Ideally, once his E's on cooldown, or if we have a lot of space to chase, that's how we'd want to do it. We'll be able to take the lane from there. Our wave is going to slow push out since it's reinforcing first. He may not realize that though. He might just step up and make the mistake of trying to fight us. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, though, we're getting a big gold advantage off the minions. He's super killable here. I'll give him some space to walk up. He still has his jump, so I didn't want to all in him there, because if I popped R, he would just jump away to a ward, and we're not going to quite be able to kill him. Don't want to miss a minion just to hit him. Auto attack Q reset. We're going to go ahead and run him down now. Auto attack. Give me that Q reset. Oh, we didn't quite get him. I needed the auto, then Q reset. I assume that his jungler's here. I needed to pop Ghost. I thought I already had it on. Yeah, sure enough, they're all grouping up on it. That was my mistake. If I had Ghost on, he was literally dead. All I needed was an auto into Q reset. So that's my bad there. These guys are forcing this super, super hard. They're wasted a lot of time on that. I need to get a ward in this brush. And we're chilling. Yeah, I just needed one auto, then Q. We also didn't stay on him with our R, since we weren't moving fast enough. Yeah, he's looking to force this. I don't want to fight him while he's doing that, though. That's why he's saving his jump. He's hoping I turn on him. I'm kind of low mana. We'll go ahead and heal off the minions. You buy Yorick's here. I just gotta wither the Jacks and they all die. I need Yorick Cage. Don't know where Yorick Cage was at in that fight. I burned my ghost for that too. Kind of sucks. We might as well shove the wave since we're here. Jax will miss some minions. And we'll have a really good recall to play off of. It was extremely awkward how much attention he's getting from his jungler. I'm going to hold the wave right here. And then we'll look for the reset. It should come back to us now with how we have it pushed. That's... Oh, man. Those melee minions literally ran past the closest range creep. It's still in a position where it's going to push back to us, but his one melee minion actually just messed it up a little bit. We'll go ahead and push for... I can see Lucid's being really good here. Lucid's Kindling Gem. We're still pretty far away from Divine Sunder. Having tier 2 boots will help us stay on top. Plus, Lucid's puts your sums on a lower cooldown. We have to have Ghost to be able to kill him. He's going to be jumping away. He'll have a stun on. We can't hit him with Q while he's in stun. Like I said, we would have killed him if we used Ghost when we were chasing him. I thought I had activated it, but I hadn't. All we needed was an auto attack Q reset. Plus, if he was inside of our R burn damage, he would have died there 100%. So, that's my bad. He's going to try to push this wave in on us here. Auto attack Q reset. He can't fight us without his stun, and he knows it. Auto attack Q reset. He's going to try to all-in me with his stun now. And keep dropping E's on his head. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, he's taking damage there. I think he had on his corruption burn item. Oh, we just missed cannon. He's trying his hardest to kill us. It's actually insane because he's so gankable, but we haven't actually like really gotten a gank when he's gankable. Oh, got him. There we go. Barely made that work. His corruption potions are going to start to fall off. His flash ignite are going to fall off compared to my ghost. This game is not going to get any easier for him. We've missed a lot of CS this game. This dude's playing crazy aggressive. He's playing how like Korean Jax's or TF Blade plays, where they're constantly trying to all in you, even if you're under turret. They take advantage of their E increased range and Jax's mobility. Auto attack Q reset. That's a free plate for us. We have tier 2 boots. We should be faster than him. We'll look for the reset here. We can TP back to lane. Are you kidding me? He can't even kill us because he doesn't have his attack speed built up. So all he did was just kind of miss minions there. And now my TP will be back up when we actually need it. He can try to dive me here without minions. It's not going to work for him. He doesn't have a damage to kill me. Go ahead and pick up Caulfields and TP back to lane. I didn't get as much mana as I wanted. Yorick's about to die though. He just fed away a kill to Jax. It kind of sucks. I can't say I'm a big fan of having a Yorick jungle on my team. It's not particularly my favorite. Dude, I'm ready to fight this. Gotta stay on top of the Jax. Got him with our Wither. And down he goes. Plus 12. Drop the E. Auto attack Q reset. Wither. Auto attack Q reset. Auto attack Q reset. That's the plus 12. And we can... I don't even want to push this. Like, I don't know why Ari's staying here. That was not what I wanted at all, but alright. I guess we can get a plate. I was fine sitting on a permafreeze. Our bot lane's doing fine, so I don't really have to worry about Jax going there and ruining our bot lane. Oh well, we get a plate. I'm going to hold the wave back here. I don't want it to get too low. I would like it to push back into me anyways. We're going to get a lot of gold off that. And since the wave is underneath his turret, this is going to rebound back into us. So I can pull off. I have red buff. I would like to get a plant. Red buff's going to give us all of our health back. I would like to get some mana. Presence of Mind's already given us almost 800 mana. That's nearly a full mana bar. He can't fight us at all here. He doesn't have the items for it. We need to thin the wave out. Auto attack Q reset. Get him with Wither. He makes the jump. He's dead. Goodbye, Jax. We have extremely low cooldowns. So he can't do stuff like that. He was trying to stop me from thinning the wave and permafreezing it on him, so he looked for a trade. He didn't have his passive attack speed stacks built up, though. Whenever you see him trading well, like, it's harder for us to trade. He has his full attack speed built up from mashing autos on our minions or turret. It makes it much harder to fight with him in those short bursts, since he didn't have any of those built up. And we're at a level advantage, and probably a gold spent advantage. Well, I guess tied gold spent. You just couldn't fight. Plus, if we had red buff. Red buff's a lot of damage. And then we pop the R. Our R damage even hits him through his counter strike. Zach's dead, so I can stand up here and kind of just take all of this. He blocks it, but now he's on cooldown and he can't step up. He's missing a lot of minions. Zach's going to have to come top side. Their whole team's kind of missing, though. It's making me nervous. I'm kind of running out of mana. I think he wants me to break his turret. He's not stepping up. I have vision over there, so I know exactly where he is. Oh, are they about to get first turret gold on us? I think they might be, so I'll go ahead and take that. Jax is going mid now. I think he understands he can't fight us anymore. This isn't a good matchup for Jax. For Jax, well, I should say for any top lane matchup to beat Nasus, you have to get a gold advantage or XP advantage on him pre-6. If you don't, it's really hard to fight it. The closest thing that can still fight Nasus at level 6 is Aatrox. Aatrox is really annoying. With that being said, once Nasus has Divine Sunder, if Nasus hasn't like solo died to Aatrox, or if Nasus isn't down kills on Aatrox, then Nasus will still crush Aatrox once he has Divine Sunder. Plus outscale. There's not a single top laner in the late game that can match a Nasus. Split push, not even Tryndamere, especially with the Wither. A Tryndamere with a QSS full build can't match Nasus, neither can a Jax or a Fiora. The Wither buffs are way too good for that. There's no way to match it. Usually beat Nasus by beating his team rather than beating Nasus. With R, we can kill Jax and Zach at the same time. Jax is scarier if he goes Bork Rush. He went Divine Sunder, though. We could start to take his camps. We could really just let this push into us here. I'm not going to, though. I don't want Jax to rotate. Oh, lol, we missed that minion. There's a lot of action going on down near Dragon. We should have realistically just gone to that. But it is what it is. We're up here now. On the bright side, we're not throwing our shutdown gold. We're still stacking up. Yeah, Jax went bot. We did get the Dragon, but the whole team kind of died for it, so it's not really worth. Hopefully we can get some plates out of it. That's why I'm using my E on the wave. Trying to push it as fast as possible. Auto attack Q reset. We can pop R for this. I don't really want to, though. I'd rather kill them when they come for me. These melee minions are getting in my way. There's obviously other people here if Jax is going to fight it like this. So I'm going to back up, kite him out with Wither on. I have Ghost on. Auto attack Q reset. Let's see if we can get this guy. I think we can. Got him in midair, but he was able to survive it. They're going to kite me out now. They're trying to. They're kind of out of like HP or mana. It's not going to be easy for them to fight me. I need this Gromp for the mana it gives. Gives you more health and mana the lower you are. I don't really want my team to group to me. I want them to go mid and let me split. Grouping on Nasus is kind of bad. Because you saw, we pulled 3 of them and we almost killed 2 of them, so... As long as we stay alive, we don't throw the shutdown, we win. The worst thing you can do on the split is die. If you die, you give up the pressure and the shutdown gold. Ahri decides, you know what? I'm stronger than Nasus on the split, so now she's split pushing in my lane. 10 out of 10 makes sense. Gotta love it. Love to see it. She can definitely solo Sion, Fed Sion. She can definitely solo Jax 100%. So it makes sense for her to be splitting off to the side by herself with no one to help. Makes a lot of sense. So I guess we're mid now. I'd rather not fight Sion though. He's really tanky. Jax is out of position. He's in trouble. Well, he was in trouble. Ahri's finally leaving, thank God. I'd like to get this wave. York decides he's going to play top lane too. I'm going to walk up and try to hit him with my Q. There it is. Heal off of a minion. Zach's trying to get in on this action. Let him grab the maiden instead. Drop Wither. E. Auto attack Q reset. We can shred this guy up. Got him with Wither. Got him with E. Yeah, I don't know why Jax is trying to fight this. I need Blitzcrank to hook somebody. Oh, I almost had my Q back up. We still got one of them, but it's not worth dying giving shutdown gold. That's my bad. Their team is doing mostly magic damage, honestly, which is weird because they're so physical damage heavy with Senna, Sion, and Jax. Against their team, Spirit Vistage wouldn't be bad. It gives you a lot of extra healing. Conquer gives you healing when it's fully stacked. Plus, we have healing on passive, so Vistage certainly wouldn't be a bad option. Thornmail might be best, or even Deadman's for the mobility. I'm thinking we pick up a Winged Moonplate here. Having the mobility will help us escape their skill shots. Science skill shots, Zac skill shots, the Jax stun. Because we're going to be split pushing. Sion can't match us at all. We have more damage. It doesn't matter if he has a Hullbreaker. He needs heal cut. If he had Thornmail, he might be able to solo me if my R is on cooldown. I don't really want to run him down here. I'd rather just farm this. That would make me happy. Dragon's coming up. I gotta push. I could show up to dragon fight. I have TP. Their blue buff's up. Putting my Q on the healthier minion. Try to push this as fast as possible. Yeah, dragon's up. I can TP to this. I'm going. I have R and Gonna put Wither on Heim, run him down with Ghost on. Go for the Senna instead. And we're killing nearly all three of them. It's just a lot of people to try to fight. We got flashes out of like Heim and Senna. Heim, Senna, and we took on the Zac there. I don't know where the team is. It's just like they weren't there. It was really weird. If we had a little bit of backup, we would have been able to kill everybody. Get the ghost extensions, keep popping off on R. Jax is dead. They don't have a great person to tank me right now. Jax and Sion dead. Q him in midair. Get Wither on this guy. Give it to me! Got that juicy life still, and we're fast so we can get out of turret range. I gotta back off. I can go do the dragon. Nasus is an absolute teamfight monster if he has Ghost and R. If you don't have Ghost, oftentimes you'll get kited out like you see there. You might say, well, why didn't you just stay on top of Heimerdinger? He had his R down, so if I stayed on top of him, Zac could have pushed me off of him with his R. I would have gotten kited out super hard. Senna would have been hitting me over the wall. I basically moved to where I was moving away from Zac and Heim. I wasn't taking damage from them, and now I was killing the Senna, so... If Heimer didn't have his R turret, I definitely would have just stayed there. I'm gonna pop R for this. Our jungler's a little bunghole. He's not even playing for Dragon for some reason. Hey, Zac, you wanna die, buddy? Put an E on for the armor shred. We have full stat Conqueror, so we're healing and we have a bunch of extra physical damage. I would really like a blue buff. Blue buff would help out a lot for our E spam. Your E shred's a lot of armor. And since your Q's physical damage, helps out a lot. Your only magical damage is your E damage and then your R AoE burn on Nasus. That's about it. There it goes. Bada boom. And I'm gonna reset. See, this York jungle's just focused on farming. York jungle isn't a bad pick. It's just a slow ganking style jungler. It's off meta. Not many people really know about it or know how to play it. I'm not a big fan of it. I'd rather have a normal jungler who can gank. Especially if you have things like Ahri, Blitzcrank on your team, Jhin. All three of them have hard CC. Plus, we have Nasus with her, so... It's not like he had hard ganks, in my opinion. These ganks were pretty straightforward. It's time to sit back on the split. Only group when your Ghost is up. If you don't have Ghost and you try to team fight, it's really hard. You get kited out. You can't stay on top of people. If you can't stay on top of people, you can't do your main source of damage, which is your Q and your R burn. We're at nearly 500 stacks on our Q. 23-minute mark. That's decent for Nasus top. Nasus top doesn't really get as many stacks as Nasus jungle does. It's one thing I like about Nasus jungle. Is you stack up way more consistently. Plus 12 per every large monster. They're about to lose this inhib. They lose here. We'll pop R. Our Q will be on a 1 second cooldown when we're on our R. 2 second cooldown without it. There it is. Yep. That's game. We'll pop R then Q to get that true cooldown going. And that is GG's. GG's, well played. And that's the power of Nasus, guys. Nasus top's really nuts right now. Definitely pick him. Highly recommend it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Kingsticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.